If you're using AI to write essays for you, then that's cheating. But if you're using AI to help you think, plan, and get unstuck, well, that's very different. Today, I'm going to show you 3 ways ChatGPT can help you write better essays without cheating, without plagiarism, and without losing your own voice. Hi there, my name is Presh, and I started a company called Executive Function Tutors, where we coach students to feel less overwhelmed and more in control with their school and life responsibilities. Now I'm going to show you how you can use AI to help you think, plan, and get unstuck with this English prompt: should schools require students to wear uniforms? AI as your brainstorming buddy, not your writer. One of the hardest parts of writing is coming up with your own ideas in the first place. You can make this easier for yourself by using ChatGPT's voice feature to help you think out loud, clarify your ideas, and explore the topic. Here's what that looks like. With my phone, I'm going to go to the ChatGPT app, and then I'm going to use the voice feature at the bottom right. And I'm going to start by saying, act as a brainstorming buddy for my high school English essay with the prompt, should schools require uniforms for their students? I want you to ask me questions to help me clarify my opinion, but don't take a side or write the essay for me.
First up, how do you personally feel about uniforms? Do you lean more towards supporting them or opposing them, and why? Then think about what you see as the biggest benefit and the biggest drawback. What would those be in your view?
That was a lot of questions, but my current stance is that I am not a fan of uniforms. I had to wear it for middle school and high school, and I just didn't like how there wasn't as many options for me to wear whatever I wanted to wear.
I hear you, so it sounds like personal expression was a big deal for you. Let me ask, do you think there's any scenario where uniforms could help a student? Maybe not you personally.
I think for people that just don't want to think about what to wear, uniforms just make it easy because you just know what to wear for the school day. So that could be nice.
So you've identified that uniforms can be convenient for some who prefer simplicity.
Based on what you've heard me say, how do you think I should move forward with this essay?
You've got a strong personal angle, which is great. I'd move forward by structuring it around that. Start with your personal experience to hook your reader, how uniforms made you feel restricted. Then weigh the opposing perspective. Acknowledge the simplicity benefit you mentioned. Finally, drive home your argument.
By using AI as your brainstorming buddy, you can walk away easily with 2 to 3 claims in your own voice and build more confidence before you even start writing. Getting sentence starters. Now that you've brainstormed with AI, the next step is for you to put your ideas onto paper. You can use AI to give you sentence starters for your claim, evidence, and reasoning so that you fight off writer's block. Here's what that looks like. I'm currently in the same chat that I had with the voice feature with ChatGPT, and I have this prompt that says, give me sentence starters for a persuasive essay on school uniforms. I want sentence starters only, not full sentences, for starting my claim, introducing evidence, and explaining reasoning. By putting this prompt, I am really guaranteeing myself that I won't get caught cheating because we're only focused on sentence starters. Now I have these sentence starters broken into my claim, how I introduce my evidence, how I explain my reasoning. And what I'll do next is I'm going to copy all of this, and then I'm going to go to a new tab, type in docs.new. And in this new tab, I'm going to paste in the sentence starters. And I'm going to make a new tab, and this will be my essay. And let's say that I am going to start making a claim. Schools should require uniforms because. And in this stance, I'm arguing for school uniforms. So I'm going to share my reasoning. Now that I have my claim, I can go back to this sentence starters tab. And if I need to go share some evidence, I can use one of these sentence starters if I'm stuck on how to move forward. These sentence starters guide the structure of your essay and make it easier for your brain to turn your ideas into sentences. Using AI to find evidence and verify. Next, you can use AI to help you find evidence. Let's say that you need to use sources like articles, books, and videos to show why you support or don't support school uniforms. In this case, you can use AI to give you those sources But the disclaimer is that AI still hallucinates. So this means that you need to double check that that source is real and accurate. Here's what that looks like. Find 2 to 3 credible sources that discusses the pros or cons of school uniforms in schools. List the source title, author, publication, and year with a 5-sentence summary. I put this summary so that I can better understand if it's a good source to include in this essay. Now we have these 3 different sources, and what I'm going to do is just skim through and see which one I will go and verify. With this second source, it's talking about both the pros and cons from a parent's perspective. So I'm going to go ahead and double check this source to see if what it's saying here of how it can improve school safety and reduce disciplinary incidents. I'm going to see if that's accurate. So what I'll do is I'll copy this title, make a new tab, and pros and cons of school uniforms. This is parents.com. That is what we saw here. It's from parents.com. And then next, I'm going to just skim and see what the titles say. So we got student safety, focus on education, attendance rates. This sentence is a potential evidence that I can use for why school uniforms should be allowed. With this exercise, I was able to quickly validate which evidence I can use in this article for my essay. And if I use this, I can also tell ChatGPT to make it into an APA or MLA citation so that I give it proper credit to that source. When you use AI to find evidence and then verify it, you save a lot of time from finding sources and researching, and instead you can use that time on actually thinking about your analysis. And at the end of the day, a lot of your teachers will care about your analysis because that shows your critical thinking and that shows what your argument really is and how you're supporting that argument. Remember this, good writing starts with good thinking. If you want more tools to help you plan, organize, and stay unstuck in school, then hit that subscribe button and watch my next video on how to pass your test using AI. Thanks so much for watching, and see you in the next one. Peace.